Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. It's been like decades since I last streamed and stuff. So, yeah. I don't know, man. It's like what, few months since I last streamed. Oh boy. But anyways, so today I'm gonna be yeah, I've been working on this Gundam TCG game. Uh, which is here's the code. I'm just gonna be like a I guess like code along kind of thing. So if you want to like view how I make this game and stuff, I'm just gonna be working for it for like a few, like probably like 40 minutes until like 6:30 ish, which would be like what, 40 minutes, 50 minutes from now. So not gonna be too long. I don't want to make this like crazy long. So hold on a sec. Let me do something real quick. Cool. Let me, yeah, so here's the code. I've been working on this for like a few months now, since probably February maybe. I guess this is kind of when it started. Let me check something real quick. I don't think I have anything back here. Here's my file directory of it. Let me pull up GitHub. Make sure everything's up to date. Because this is how I save my files in the cloud. Alright, for those who don't know, this is JavaScript. I added all the code, what code I'm using and stuff, what program I'm using, and everything like that in the description of this live stream. So yeah, just check it out. If you have any questions about that, let me know. If you guys have any questions about that. But basically for JavaScript, this is using Node. So I'm just going to npm start to initiate my program. Look at that, Gundam TCG Simulator. I actually had to like Photoshop this. I made this thing so it pops the rulebook up, because I know Bandai like officially released a rulebook, like the beta rulebook. So I don't know if this is like gonna be changing anytime soon, which I'm pretty sure it will. But yeah, so in case anybody wants to, you know, read that, then I added like settings, whatever. This is unfinished. I'm gonna have to like reload because all this stuff is kind of buggy. Edit profile. I can like edit things, but I'm not really focusing on that right now. I'm trying to get stuff done and then start the game. So for the basis of the game, since the Gundam TCG is relatively new, for those who are not familiar with it, it plays just like a Bandai game. So if you haven't played One Piece or Digimon, then yeah, you probably have no idea. But basically, you have like resources, like it's kind of like Pokemon as well, where you have like your health, whatever is your shields, and if you lose all of them, you pretty much lose the game basically. But yeah, so far I have the mechanic where you draw 5 cards automatically. It draws for you. I need to implement so you return all of them into the deck and then reshuffle, which is called a mulligan. But for now, I'm trying to figure out like how to like let me see what was on my to-do list for this right now. I have the tokens initiated, so attack, and tokens go back to the deck, so they disappear here. Your resources here to use up, I don't know, to deploy unit, to play this card, to attack, blah blah blah. And if this is destroyed, it goes to the trash, right? And then draw a card, for now, I only have like the same card because it's like has to do with the way the deck is structured. Unfortunately, for now, I have to use a temporary deck, which is right here. My temp deck, intercept orders, which is in relation to this right here, intercept orders, right? So all the data here is how I'm fetching this card. But because I'm not shuffling or like taking this out when it gets drawn of this file, it's just going to keep using the first block of data, which is just the intercept orders card. So I got to figure out how I'm going to approach that. Am I going to delete this card from the deck list? And then when you click draw again, you'll just go to the next one, question mark? Or I guess I could do something like if the card is already on the field. Well, no, because there's multiple copies in this array of stuff. So this is a whole list with multiple copies of the same stuff, because in the game you can only have 4 of the same card, right, in the deck. So there's like 4 copies of this elsewhere in here in your deck list, right? So I have to figure out how to like keep track of where these cards are at in the game. What I could do is programmatically I could like add used true or like false or whatever. If it's true, if it's being used right now, then I can make it so when I draw a card, if it's already used, it skips over it and goes to the next one, right? So that's one way to go about it. Or I can permanently delete this from this file, so that way when I draw a card, it just gets the first one, right? But my thing is, since right now there isn't like a way to like bounce back cards into the deck, at least I don't think so. Well, actually, the issue occurs when if you draw a card and then you have to put it back in the deck, because I know in One Piece, if you draw a card, this is like search 5 cards from the top of your deck and then pick one and then return the rest to the bottom of the deck, right? So I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if that's a thing right now, but I know eventually they're probably going to add that in the future. So if I want to do that, this doesn't work, by the way. The shuffle deck doesn't work, so I need to get that working. So basically, for now, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do that. I guess the best way to go about it is by marking these as if it's been used or not on the field. So, let's see. What can I do here? Draw a card from deck. Oh, where did I get it? Here's a function for that. So I'm grabbing the file, but I want to write the file as well. So if I want to do that, every time this runs, I could make it so it's like it runs a function in order to separate this, because if I add it all in one function, it's going to like be too long and it's gonna drag out forever, and I don't want that to happen. So in order to compartmentalize this logic, I need to like make it its own function. So let's see, for this I want to do let me see, do you have anybody responding? I don't know if comments are working or not, honestly, because I don't see anybody commenting on anything. Let me see. I'm gonna try testing, see if it actually works, because I haven't like tested OBS yet in a while. Hey, yeah, it does work. Cool. Just testing. But anyways, let's do this. Card has been used. Let's see. I'm gonna have to reverse this file right here. So read file, I'm gonna have to write on the file. And to do that, let's see, build deck. I'm gonna have to use this exact same thing, and then I wonder if I can get a position, the position of the file. Probably. Maybe I should have implemented that when I first built the deck. But I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I need up to 10th list, X status of card. Let me see. I'm gonna have to use this here. Path, FS, and HTTP. Well, this is only for the, let me mark that real quick. Yeah, this is being used to download. I don't, so. Let me update that so I know what's going on with this. So I need to use FS. I need to get the directory name and in the file name in here. So I'm already getting the directory name here. Let me see. When do I want to do this though? Probably at the very beginning. Definitely during this here. So, but I also need to do it here as well. So I'm gonna have to like double initiate this maybe. So for let's I'm creating an image here, adding the class names, appending, blah, blah, blah. I think here would be good. Mark card. Oh, well, there you go. Temp list. Let's see. Getting the first 0, which is this. Status. Doesn't have a status, but I want the status to be a boolean, so a boolean or whatever. That means I would have to add, I guess it would be within my best interest to like add publish. I wonder if there's any differentiators here. So I can just do a mass. They're all set to 1, so I could definitely do something here. $49. Is it really only 49? I thought there were 50. Am I missing a card or something? It doesn't matter if I'm missing a card or not, so I'm just going to mass update this. I'm gonna add status. Yeah, the formatting. Maybe I could like. Man, I don't know how. I forgot how to tab. No, I don't think I can do that. Was it T or something like that for tab? No, but it's a literal string, so it's not gonna do shit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm gonna have to like also update this when I build the file in helper. So during the build deck process. Let me see. Okay, this is just my deck, right? I have to like remind myself what the heck this is doing. Shuffle deck. No. Okay. It's right here. Yeah, so this is what I'm using to create the deck, but I need to append. Maybe I should worry about this later, but I'm probably gonna put a note here. Need to append status false to all cards. I'll just do that for now. I already have this, so let's see. Temp deck, which will go through all that status. Maybe I don't need to do this. Let me test it. But it's not writing to the file, it's only writing to the thing, and it's not going to work because it's a constant, so I need to rethink how I do this. So I do need that function. I thought it was going to be simpler than this, but I guess not. Card has been used. I'm going to have to pass in the parameter temp deck file path. Well, should I actually initiate this multiple times? Yeah. Because I'm grabbing the path file. Which is... let's say car number. I guess Copilot read my mind what I was trying to do. Sure, let's try that. Find index, which is the function of C, which is carrying the card number. Oh, I guess. I guess I should probably pass the array as well. Oh. That way I don't have to like I don't need this right here. Or not that, but the temp deck list here. I can just delete this since I don't have to like rewrite it. So it's grabbing that. Find index. I wonder if I need the index number. Does it know? Let me see. I guess it's kind of hard to say because if find index, does it go through everything? So it doesn't need like a value here. I guess we'll see. We'll validate this first before we set anything. Console log. Validate. Card index. And we'll just write this off. Let's see if that works. I feel like it's going to give out an error, but I guess we'll see. I have to like toggle dev tools here to see what's going on. Validate card index 0 1 2 3 4 5 blah blah blah. What exactly is it trying to do? Let's see. So it's trying to find the index of this, of the first card, which is 0, right? Okay, I see what's going on. That if I'm just trying to find the index in this card, it's not really relevant then. I just need a pass D for the index. Well, just in case, I'm actually going to keep this here for the card number. And then pass the index of D. Hold on, let me see. I think that should be good, but we shall see. Let's stop this at 1 so we can see what's going on. Let's stop that. Let's restart this. There it is. False. It updated to false. So that's good. It gives me an idea of like, hey, this card is being used. All right, now that we know it works, I don't think I need card number now. Bring that back to 5. Okay, guess we'll see. Ah shit, something happened here. Well, it added everything to false. Let's see. Status. True. Oh, well, shit. Hold on. Hold on a sec. I meant to put true because if it's being used, it needs to be true, not false. False is when it started, so let's see if it updates. Yep, it did. First 5 cards, true, 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 then false. But here's the thing, because I'm writing to the file, it restarts the program. So this refreshes, which messes up with everything. So I need to find a way to update this without having to, you know, save the file again. Because if I do a change and save the file, it's going to like do stuff, right? I wonder if I just, because I know the fact that this is because of the this here. Where is it? Preload script. I forgot what was it? What references? Modules. Pretty sure it was preload script. I think if I just remove that, it'll stop the my file from like preloading or from refreshing. Let me try. Oh, it's probably the wrong one. What was it then? What was the file that I think was, oh, Electron reload. It's this one right here. Yeah, this was the one. I'm not reading anything. I'm so dumb. Let's try that. Let's see, temp deck. Okay, so I updated them back to false. Let's see if this did anything here. I feel like it's still going to reload the thing if I save it. Or maybe not. Status is true. Cool. No, never mind. It's only because it's reloading the thing when there's like a change, right? So yeah, see, now I can keep track of like where, if this card is active or not, or in the deck or not. So when I draw, I'm gonna have to re-enable that for a sec, but let me revert all that back to false real quick. might have to like restart this real quick. Been used. Now I have to like figure out like when doing mulligan, I'm gonna have to reverse it. So all the cards that did get drawn are set to false. Alright, but for now this is pretty much done. I have to delete this since I already know how I'm gonna keep track of things. As for it being drawn, card's been drawn. I'm gonna have to reuse this here. As for the hold on a sec. This is gonna be a little tricky because I'm gonna have to like need to find. Hey, what's up, Trey? How's it going? Dog, this looks so confusing. Glad to see you making a game again, though. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Me too. You know what? This is like the first time I'm actually pretty excited making a game or something, with coding and stuff. Because typically, for the past few years, I've been like kind of like bored and stuff, right? So this is like the first time I'm actually like learning something. So I'm pretty excited. I just want to get this out before the actual game comes out, which should be in like July. So hopefully, I'm hoping that my live streams will like motivate me to like finish this and make it public and stuff so people can play the game and stuff. So, but yeah, let me know if you have any questions, if you're interested in coding or something like that, because I love sharing like, my experience and stuff with other people. But yeah, let's see. Need to find the first card. No, the next card that has the status of false. Oh shit. Is it really that easy? Maybe. Find index, see status of false. And then I could use this here. Status of false in tempdeck.json file. So basically, what this is going to do is this right here specifically is going to try to take the temp deck list, which is this file right, this whole list of cards and stuff. Is going to find the status that equals false. So if the first 5 cards are set to true, like the status here set to true, then whatever is next that is false, it will like grab this card and it'll render it as next card that's being drawn from the deck. So, and this is where it's rendering right here. This is where it's actually making the card right here. So let's see if it works now. This should, theoretically, this should be like really should work, right? let's see. Let's view the developer tools to see if it's actually working. Start game. Okay, so it's validated each card. These are all the cards that we drew, like Chang Wufei, Wing Gundam, Shinlong Gundam, White Base, Intercept Orders, which is these guys right here, right? But if I draw a card, drawing a card from deck, command, what is it called? Peaceful Timber. It's the wrong card. Okay, so it's drawing. It works, but it's drawing the wrong card. So let's see. Oh, you know what? I know why. The reason why it's doing that is because the actual file, since this is storing the original file before it loads, I need to update this right here. The temp deck list. So I'm gonna have to do a let's. For now, new temp deck list. Sounds counterintuitive, but let's see. Let me think. Okay, this is interesting. This is a very interesting situation because it's like this already runs once. So upon this function, like I'm gonna be able to code by the end of these streams. Yeah, no kidding, bro. But yeah, I remember the other streams you make like a visual novel. I think. Yeah, pretty much. I'd be making like a visual novel and stuff, but. Yeah, it wasn't as exciting as I would like it to, so I'm kind of like, this is like a little bit more interesting in my opinion, especially since it's like working with JavaScript. I'm not really fluent or not that great with like Java, so Java is like a different language. JavaScript it's like how you make websites and stuff, right? So I'm more familiar with JavaScript, and you can actually make use JavaScript to make programs as well, but it's just a lot more complicated because there's a lot, as you can tell, there's a lot of ways you can like mess up, right? And that's why a lot of people don't use JavaScript to make programs, because there's just so much room for error when you're writing in this language, right? It's just you just got to get used to it. Like I think I started actually using JavaScript in like 2021-ish, like this hardcore. But after using it and stuff, for if you have like meaningful projects you have to do, you'll get used to it and you'll understand what is going on here. But yeah, anyway, so the way JavaScript works here is that it goes from top to bottom, right? So it starts here and then reads everything one by one. So it goes oops, shit, messed up. Right, so it goes like top to bottom, and these functions here, these are like blocks of code, right? So this function could call like a different function that's this, and this could call this, and it's just like a tree branch, right? So basically that's what I'm doing here, is I'm passing data into this function here. And this is where the data is being passed, right? And it does its own thing, right? It's a good way to organize yourself with JavaScript, because if you just put everything in one like continuous file, like, or without using functions, everything can get really messy. And the way it works is that if the program here I'm using to write the code detects an error, it's going to just detect the function itself. It's not, and it's going to be very hard to like debug where this error is coming from, kind of thing, right? So I'm trying to like figure out, because JavaScript is like, once you use it, it's set. And this is where the issue is that when this loads, when I activate this function, it stores all this data into these things right here, right? And this right here is loading the temporary file, this deck list here, right, with all the cards data. It loads it once, right? So it's not like it reloads every time. It only loads once and then stores it here. This const is basically telling this code to, like, you can't rewrite it, or you can't change it at all because it's permanently there, right? So if I try to do something to rewrite this right here, I can't because it's a const, right? I need to have it as a let, so it's a ever-changing thing, so it constantly changes if I can, right? But because this can't be changed at all, and it already loaded here, down here, when I draw a card, it uses the I can update whatever, right? It updates the next card, but the thing is that right here, these lines of code that makes the actual card to show up in the game is using the old file, right? So whatever's already loaded here is using the old version. So I need to figure out how I can update this effectively. My thinking right now, man, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to like make its own thing, right? I'm gonna have to make 2 copies of this. Well, actually, no. I could actually just return the updated file here. So I can just be like, I can just do this, actually. I got an idea. So let's keep the original file, temp deck list. Let's call this just deck list, right? Original deck list file equals, and I'm just gonna call this temp deck list, right? Array, because it's a list of whatever. But instead, I'm gonna make this into a let. I'm going to keep this empty. Or actually, what I can do. Well, I guess technically I could just make this into a let file. And just like, let me see. My thing is I'm gonna have to like change this. Maybe I'm stupid and I could have just kept it as is, and I just should have just changed it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as is because I'm stupid, right? I'm gonna make this into a let, so this is gonna constantly be able to change since I am gonna be using it later. This only uses it at the start of the game, so only once. It might have to change considering if I mulligan, I'm gonna have to redo the thing. So that could be its own separate thing though. Kind of reminds me of block coding. I do it in my engineering class last year. Was very simple than this, but I still struggled. Yeah, dude. Like coding in class sucks because I'm like Yeah, I'm very bad at that stuff, so. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, block coding or coding in class sucks. So I always struggled with it a little bit, but I feel like I teach myself better than my teachers ever did because they go by the textbook, which sucks. So, but yeah, let's see. Since now it's able to be overwritten. Let's see. I am going to have to update this. So in order to update this file, I can do a temp deck list equals, right? I'm gonna have to update it like quite a bit. And in here, I'm gonna have to retrieve. Well, actually, I might not need to do that. Let me think. So if let's see, card has been used, because this writes into the file, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to like return. I'm gonna have to return the file itself again. Hopefully there isn't any kind of recursion. So recursion is kind of like an infinite loop kind of thing, right? So the logic here is when I draw a card at the beginning of the game, which is you draw 5 cards at the beginning of the game, right? It grabs the area of where the cards is going to be at. It grabs the directory name, which is the file name of where it's located in the files. And then it loads or reads this file here, and it stores it in here. So all this array, all this data here is going to be stored in this temp deck list variable. But because it's let, it means this data, this list can be overwritten and changed, right? Whenever I overwrite it. And if this has a start of game, which is basically saying like if it's true that that it's the start of the game, here's the max draw 5 cards, which is gonna loop through here until it draws the first 5 cards. This right here, through the loop, is going to call this function. So it's going to initiate right here. It's going to initiate this, which is going to grab the file path of where the file is. The array that initially loaded when it first loaded the deck list is going to take that as well, and then the index that it's going through, right? So if it's going through the first, which is 0, the index of 0. Which is 0 over here, like this. It's going to load it here. It's going to grab the search for temp deck, which is this file here. Index of 0, which is the first one here, because in programming, it always starts with 0. And then it's going to grab the status, and it's going to change it to true, which, as you can see, it's set to true right here already, right? So that's going to tell me later on that this card is being used and it's outside of the deck. And this is just gonna give me these logs here so I can know what's going on with this, right? And then this here is going to take that, is going to write, or going to overwrite this file here to update it to true. And then I'm going to return the overwritten file, or the updated file. Where is it? I'm going to return it here. So, and which means I'm going to overwrite the old file, which is here. And this, wait, how am I grabbing? Oh, okay, I see. I'm going to have to like put this first. Because if I put this after I grab the images and stuff, because this is grabbing the deck list image, which is here, right here. It's grabbing this here as the image URL, and this is grabbing the category data, which is here. So the category data is what kind of card it is, and that's a command card in the game, right? And it's turning it to lowercase. So just because if it's lowercase, it's easier to not mess up, right? But I want to load this first. I want to like overwrite this first before calling the updated image and stuff like that. Well, does it even matter? I'm thinking, I don't think it really matters at this point, because I'm not going to be using that anytime, anywhere here. I'm not going to use the status as an indicator yet, so yeah. But I guess it's good practice to logically put this here first, so I'm gonna have to like apply this. And then use this to find the so I'll just delete this here. This is gonna find the next card that's false, and then gonna do that, right? So let's say it's updated, right? I wonder if you initiate this again, because you draw a card, it's not going to like, well, it should be fine. Yeah, because even if you load it again, it's permanently the file itself is permanently changed, so it's not going to load an old file or the previous state of the file, right? So that shouldn't be an issue. Here I'm looking for the index status of false. So the next card that has a status of false, and then it's going to update that, right? It's going to update that it's been used. So it's going to change the status to true. I'm going to mark that here. Changes status to true. That has not been drawn. Change status to true. To mark where it is drawn. Then the rest of here basically creates the card itself. So maybe I could like compile this into like its own functions to make it like more compartmentalized. I'm like horrible with words here, but to make it its own thing, and I could just reuse it instead of like copy pasting and using it multiple times. But that's an issue for future me. Whatever. Probably like after I'm done with everything, I could just rewrite a lot of this to make it more efficient. But for now, it just doesn't fucking matter, dude. So I got that image is being made. Yeah. So at this point, it should work. I should be able to draw the next card without having it to repeat. Because if I draw it right now, you see how it just repeats? It's because it's always grabbing the first card because it hasn't been marked as being used, right? So I'm gonna need to reload this program now that I've saved it. Let's see. Oh shit, something broke. Temp deck file is not defined. Where is it not being defined here? What is it? Temp deck file path. Oh, it's here. Okay, I see. It's because it's I call it something else in here, which is here. This is what it's grabbing. But because it's already being passed on, I just need to like update this here. That should fix it. And see kids, this is what I'm saying, that if you don't make it its own thing, you're not going to find where the error is coming from. So maybe it didn't even matter because it just tell me anyway. So I don't fucking know. Let's see, start. Yep, everything's working so far. Drew my first 5 cards. So after Sheng Wu Fei, let me actually reload this. No, you know what? I'm gonna exit out of this because I forgot that I need to mark this as true. For now, I need to reset everything. So I can accurately draw the next card, right? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did not load the program, so npm starting program. Cool. Let's see. Okay, start game. Everything's loaded. Cool. Draw card. Shit. Something is not working properly here. Why is it not working? Validating update. See, it's drawing the Peaceful Timber Gundam Heavy Arms. So it's picking up the next card, but it's not. Maybe, oh, you know what? I think I know what it is here. So everything is perfectly fine. The only issue is with how it's being loaded. Temp deck list. So I'm rewriting this, right? Let me check this real quick. See what it's actually loading. Menu, card drawn from deck. let's see, it's taking this here, which is the newest, or it's actually taking this here. This overwrites because it's returning the same thing, right? Overwrites with the latest one. Let's see, temp deck list. It's parsing the file, right? So I'm not too sure why it's not doing this, so we'll see. Drawing card from deck. Let's see. Gun cannon. Why is menu card drawn for card? So it is being drawn. I don't know why it's not picking the thing up. Oh, you know what? I'm so stupid because it's set as 0. It should be D. I'm so dumb. No wonder it's not working. Because it's not using the correct index that it's supposed to. So basically what the issue was, because it was set to 0, it's always picking like the first card, which is this one here. This is 0. Card 0 is intercept orders, right? It's the card on top of the first card on top of the deck. But because this is like manually 0, it's never going to change. It's always going to be the same thing. So because this here changes constantly, depending on what the next card that's false is, I need to update this to D. So it grabs the index or whatever the next card that has false in, and it grabs the image and the category data. So now it should work. I guess we'll see. We shall see. Hey, it worked. Yeah, boy, let's go. See, I told you. I was able to draw a card. Let me double check its accuracy to make sure that it's actually like having everything that I need it to have. So in order to do that, I need to inspect it at the HTML. So the won't shoot. Let me widen this, right? It's a command card, which is true. It is a command card. It says right here. And it's an active and it's in hand. So, perfect. Now let's try drawing more cards from the deck. Oh, look at that. A different card. The next card over. Let me check the temp deck here. True. This one says false. Let's see if that changes once I draw again. Oh, look at that. It updated. Yo, nice. Thanks, Trey. Appreciate that, man. See, it's those little wins that like is so exciting because you're like, dude, it fucking works. Look at that. It changed the card. So cool. It works. Wait, did it break? Okay, cool. These are just the duplicates in the deck. Because, as I said, you can have like 4 cards in the deck. So it should be, everything should be fine. And I have a limiter on this, so you can only draw 5 cards from the deck. Or not 5, but it checks the size of this. Pretty much checks the size of your hand. Checks if hand's at 10. So yeah, if it's 10 or if it's 10 or more, if it's greater than 10, it gives me the hand size limit has been reached, and it just returns, which means it doesn't do anything after that, right? So, which is perfect. That's what we want it to do. So, yeah, boy, let's go. And this can attack. Deploy base, draw resources, use them up to use card effects and stuff like that. Deploy unit, it's trashed, right? For now, I don't have any way to like play command cards. That's probably something I need to do here, right? Nice. Everything is working as it should. For the most part, at the very least. I still need to load the shields, right? So let me see. What is the next thing? Now that I have the have a way to track these cards and where they are, if they're in the deck or not, I can now commence to actually like do stuff with this, right? Let me see. I could probably get rid of this blue since I don't really need it anymore. It was used for reference reasons, but it's because I figured out how to like not make it like crazy oversized or whatever. I could just delete that, which is hand area image. I'm gonna have to look at the styles for this, so let's find that. Blue, let's delete that. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. On reset, because it's not like, since that file was permanently changed, I need to remember that I need to like update this constantly so it accurately tracks everything. So in the original, when the game like when I finish the game, or at least when I finish the setup, the way it's gonna work is this temporary deck file is gonna be created when you start the game, and it's gonna be used to manipulate and stuff, right? This deck here, this is a deck list. I believe some dude on Reddit, he told me that I could use his database. So I'm probably, what was his name, dude? What was that dude's name? Because he said he wanted to like yeah, I have to log into Reddit and stuff, which I'm not gonna do. Let me search on my phone real quick, actually. I forgot what the website name was called. Let me look it up real quick. Xburst? No, it wasn't Xburst. It was something else. You know what? I don't remember what it was. Man, this is gonna bother me a lot. I need to figure out what the heck this was here. How do I load the freaking stuff, dude? You know what? I'm just going to... copy this real quick. I'll just send it to myself. Am I allowed to send it to myself on Discord? I don't think I can. Yeah. Will she? Okay. Never mind. You know what? I give up. I'm not going to bother. But basically, this one guy who's like, and I guess developer for like a deck building website or whatever for this game, for the Gundam TCG game. It keeps track of all your cards and stuff from the deck. And he's supposed to send me like a file or like a way to like request or actually I guess the way to say this is like he wanted me to integrate his database with my game, so that way when you created your own deck in that app or whatever he's using, it actually loads in here. So that way, if it loads here, it pretty much overwrites this or whatever, and it creates your deck list, right? Originally, I was gonna do like, I need to add another button that says deck builder or deck building or whatever, and I'll probably redirect you to like the website so you can make your deck and stuff like that, right? But basically, it's gonna take this data. And then it goes, this is the whole database, right? This is every single card that's been made so far. And basically, it's gonna use the deck list that you have, and it's gonna use the database, and then it's going to create a temporary deck, right, for you to use in the game. And this is gonna be deleted after the game is over. And then when you start the game again, it's going to make a new temporary deck list, because the way I'm doing it is this: when I shuffle the deck, basically I create duplicates of that same card and then shuffle them randomly when I generate the deck. So, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's just an interesting concept, because right here is I like download the database itself. Let's see. Here's the style of the game, which basically means that it basically controls how it looks and where it's at. Like I'm horrible at CSS, which is what it's using to like make it the look of the game, right? And the placement of the cards and stuff. I'm sure there's a better and more efficient way to go about the CSS coding of it, but for now it's like not the greatest. I'm just more focusing on the actual functionality of the game here. Now the next thing I need to do is if I want to like play command cards. So for command cards, I don't know where I want to put them or how to even play them. Maybe I could like have the card like a big card here that shows playing command card or whatever, right? But that sounds kind of disruptive as a user, so maybe I could just maybe make it bigger here, like playing command card or something like that. I don't know. Because I didn't really make a spot for this card, for these cards, right? Like in Yu-Gi-Oh, basically these are like hand traps or whatever, right? So I'm not too sure how to go about that. And then I have to pair cards. So if I want to pair this card to this mech, this mobile suit, I need to go under the thing. So I wonder if I can like, let me style it actually. We could probably do that here in a bit. I'm gonna manipulate this, so I'm gonna have to like make it tiny. Let's see, position. VH. See, my thing is, I was thinking maybe if I click on the card itself and then I pair it with, like, I click this, then I click the other one, and it takes those two, the tags of the images, and then I actually add like a tag thingy for it. So, but first I have to figure out the placement of it. So, actually no, I'm gonna BH. Is it even good? Is it even doing anything? Oh yeah, because it's wrapped in the has the card in hand. Let's see. Let's see. How do I want to go about it? If I do absolute, because if I do, yeah, I have to go absolute. So let's say well, it's not going to change anything because it's using the card thing. Well, no, it's using the zone. It's being affected by the zone thing. So, maybe I have to like create a different kind of zone for like pairs and stuff, right? Man, what a hassle, I swear. But for now, I'm going to like remove this. I'm gonna have to remove the zone on it to see where exactly it's gonna be at, because it's gonna have its own thing. So what if I put top? I wonder where it's gonna be at if I put top. I gotta position it, or not position, but Z index it. Z index to -1 VH. Well, actually, I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna have to like Z index the actual zones, maybe. Why isn't it working? Let me see. What the heck is wrong? I see. I'm gonna have to like Z index the zones. Man. Maybe I could like do an asterisk to it. I don't know if there's like a way to like go about that. Zone asterisks. So it just grabs every single one. Well, actually, I don't need to do that because I can just do. Where's the thing? Battlefield? What's the parent of this? I could just do this. Battle area image. And then for card, I'll just take this off. All right, let's try this again. Oh, did not mean to toggle that off. Okay. Let's try, let's say we want to play the Mobile Suit Rick Dom. And then we want to toggle the Troa Barton, the pilot. I guess there's like two different kinds, right? Let's try the pilot card instead. I'm gonna have to remove hand card to release it from the hand zone, and then we'll style it with its own different. We're gonna create a different style for this, but let's see. Position absolute right 0. Yeah, we're just gonna use left. It's about there, about 3, and then bottom TVH. So like move it up here. Absolute. No. Z index 0. Oh, I guess, that's weird. These cards should have an index of like, okay, I guess I was missing another 9. That's probably why it's wasn't working. And this is where I'm like horrendous with like freaking style sheets with like styling shit in general. You can kind of read it. I don't think it matters too much because I'm gonna add like an indication if you hover over this, or like a little token here that says it gains plus whatever, right? But then I need to like, for the menu, I need to make it positioned. Okay. But before I do that, I'm gonna have to like manually do this here. Which is, what is this, a command? Was that a command card? A pilot card. Let's see. Pilot zone 01. I'm going to start with this. And I guess I'll work my way around. Well, I guess I could just like practice by just like deploying different mobile suits and shit. Yeah, I need to fix that. There's some bugs in this game, so Man, this sucks ass, bro. Because I have to like do this over and over again. And then there's this card, which is its own thing. It's also a hybrid of a pilot, right? And but the style of this, it might be a little easier maybe, but I have to like figure this out. For now, I have to like figure out the positioning of things. So it's just off by like a few millimeters and shit. Looks about right. That's fine. I'm not too picky with it. I'd say 44.54. So it works. Whatever. This is like the most inefficient way of like positioning the cards. I know there's a way you can use a grid, and that would have probably been so much better. I could also use... Hey, what's up, Edison? How's it going, man? Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? But yeah, I feel like there's a better way to like do this, because manually inputting every single XY axis position of the card is tedious. Oh, that's perfect. I guess when I release this for like people to edit and like update the game file itself, I will let them handle it, to handle the styling of this. For now, I'll just leave it as is. Okay, so I got that figured out. Now I have to like get the these command cards figured out. Position absolute. Left 0. Bottom 42. Ooh, that's a long shot. The good thing about this is I can just copy paste the the thing, right? Well, actually, no, I cannot. So, because they're in different positions. I think this is like 31.5. Oh, that's a long shot. I think it's 31.2. Yep, perfect. Now I have to figure out the this thing here. Menu item, card menu. I don't think I added any Z index to this, did I? Oh yeah, I did. I'll just have to add another 9 to it to make the top card. Let's see, menu. Oh, see, there's a bug with that. Like if I click something and then click another thing, it turns both of them, right? Which is weird. So but for the most part, it works. Just gotta reset this again. As always, gotta reset true to false. And then save. And reload. Cool. Starting hand. Not bad. Not bad at all. Add 1 resource from the deck, right? Draw a card. Deploy unit. The Wing Gundam. And then, I don't know. Deploy base. You know what? I should have. I should add that too because that's something important. Token base card unit and command card here. I'm gonna have to manually add this because that's how I build the menu. Pair command. Let's try this. Ha! See? Pilot Zone 1. Nice. It works, bro. Cool. I mean, so far it works, so if it goes to the trash, this card needs to go to the trash with it. But let me see. Yeah, so far everything is looking good. I just gotta make it so when you play, click on play command or play whatever. Pair command play. Wait, why is this like out of bounds? Oh, it's probably because I added pair command to it, so, and it's looking for like, let's see. It shouldn't matter though. Oh, I totally forgot that these don't. There's some command cards that do not have like, yeah, they don't have like their own stats to be equipped like this dude. Even though they're both command cards, this one has like stats to like compare with a unit, but this one doesn't. So I need to like check for that. Damn, man. So before pairing with unit, I guess at that point I will need to check for it like later on. I think I have. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through the list, whatever. For now, this should be good. Is there that same issue? Yeah, it keeps going out of bounds for whatever reason. I don't know why it's doing that. What's it causing? Why is it causing that? Is it because of the padding? I don't know, because it should automatically like not do that. It needs to like be set like right here so I can actually like click on it, but I guess there's something wrong. I guess for now I'll like I'll enable this so I don't have to keep refreshing and stuff. For testing reasons, I need to like do that. Let's see. I'm gonna have to edit this. The height, probably make it like 90. Okay, now it's working. Okay, I guess that was the issue there. Before that, let me update this again. Cool. It's not like going over the border of the thing. Perfect. Oh shit. Okay. See, there's a bug with that. If I click something and I keep clicking other things, it grabs all of them, which is not supposed to happen. I actually might have to like close this instance of my program. Speaking of Gundam, I've recently gotten into Gunpla. Yeah, dude, for sure. Hell yeah, dude. Gunpla is always fun. Like, I like making Gunpla too. It's just those master grades. The most complicated ones are like the master grades and perfect grades. The perfect grades are like, damn, dude, they take so much time to build, but it's so cool. Usually when I do Gunpla, I just do high grades and just try to detail it with paint and stuff as much as I can. Just because it's like really time consuming, but it's good for like stress and stuff because, you know, it keeps things off, like your head clear and stuff, right? So. Oh yeah. I forgot it's not gonna do that because of the way it loads files and shit. So, so I can't even like I can't reload the game. This function's pretty much useless now because since I have dependencies for the file overwrite. It's just doesn't work. It's kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Let's see. I wonder if those cards are still like in the just being overlaid on top of each other when they go to the trash. If so, it means I can just reuse them for other purposes. Oh no, I forgot that they just like, yeah, it just replaces the file once it goes to the trash. See how it changes? Yeah, it's just replacing the image there. It's not actually keeping it on the field. That could be an issue later on because of the fact that, you know, I'm gonna have to update my my temporary deck here and probably add something like trash false and then overwrite with true if trashed. Something like that, right? But yeah, I think that's it for now, dude. It took me like freaking 2 hours, bro. 2 hours to develop a little bit of it, right? That's just how insane a card game is. There's just so much stuff. There's so much stuff to this game, dude. All this here, all this, and each of them have like hundreds of lines of code. This has almost 500 lines of code just in this file alone. This one's like, what, 200? Yeah. And this one has like 500, so probably like 1,000 lines of code so far. This one I don't even count because I didn't make this technically. And this here has like 75. That's going to be less than 100 pieces of code because this is what starts the whole game. This is what controls the main menu and stuff like that. But this here is where it controls the logic for the actual game and how it's going to work. This is like not really relevant. So it's like 50 lines of code. But yeah. That is it for today's stream, guys. Yeah, if you guys want me to live stream again, just let me know. I probably am regardless, just because it's a good motivator. I might actually like probably post this on the Gundam TCG Reddit subreddit so people can like, because I know some people are interested and they probably would be interested to like see the progress of the game so far. But yeah, let's just push this to my repository. I made quite a bit of changes here. What's the biggest major change I made? Oh yeah, keep track status. Keep track of card status. Updated to track card. Card status index. Now able to draw the next card on the temp deck.json file using status equals false property key value pair, and then added command and pilot pair zones CSS style. Let's see, what else did I... Logic, so it overwrites the JSON file whenever a card is drawn from deck. Cool. Let's commit to master, push it to prod, and there. Everything has been saved. Cool. Until next time. All right. See you guys. See ya, Edison, Trey, if you guys are still watching. If not, you know, if you watch this live this stream. So thanks, man. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great day. Yeah. See you next time. Peace.